first thing you have to do is actually download the project zip file from Google and unzip it, say, to your desktop, and then do a file, open, find that project, and then open it. Now, I'd recommend API 28. So if you just want to check here for a second and just let that load, it would be advisable that you have, say, 28 or 29 will work as well, but 28 at a minimum. Okay. Right, so the project looks like this, and I'm using a thing called Flip Viewer, or I should say ViewFlipper. So what happens? I can move images, and there's a little bit of transitions or animation there as well. Okay, so it's like a photo gallery. And this what I'm emulating here is my actual phone, so I'm mirroring my Galaxy S9 here at the moment. So I just move this out of the way. So how did I do this? So let's go into the activity main there for a second. Now, basically, I have two buttons, next and previous, and then I have a ViewFlipper with 3 images in it. Now, you won't find a ViewFlipper as part of the components. Okay, you might actually come across a thing called ViewPager 2, which is actually a more modern version. However, it's quite complicated, and I find everybody gets confused with it. So you can just as easily use ViewFlipper, except you just have to kind of hard code the ViewFlipper part. So what do I mean by that? So if I go out of there again, and I go into here, and I go to split, right? So basically I have my linear layout, I have my button here, I have my next button here, and this bit of code here, there's the start of my ViewFlipper, and there's the end of my ViewFlipper, and inside I've placed 3 image views. Okay, those 3 image views are just basically vector assets, which are over here in drawables, so blue, green, and XML. So basically the 3 images are inside the ViewFlipper, but you can only see 1. Now, the next thing I just wanted to make you aware of is that I've also, just like I did in the transitions video, I created an animations folder, and inside I placed the exact same files as I did in the transitions video. So it's the same files. Okay? Now, the next thing we'll do is we look at the main activity, the Java. So basically, first of all, I get a handle on my ViewFlipper. So in other words, I look for the ID of the ViewFlipper, which I've given it as view_flipper. And then I have a go previous and a go next. And this is kind of built-in functionality for a ViewFlipper. So I've just used basically what's already available to me, and I'm using my transition slides. This should show next and show previous. So again, how do I call these two guys? I call them in the on click of the XML buttons. So if you can look here at the buttons here, you'll see go previous on click and go next. Okay, so again, you're going to be looking at this code, so you're going to be able to copy and paste what you need and put it into your own folder. But again, when you run the whole thing, it looks like that. So that's next, 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 and previous goes the other way. Now you can actually put other components besides images. You can put actually any view, any component, but it probably makes the most sense to use it for images. Right, so that's the ViewFlipper code.